Good morning, Geek Squad. I opted not to do the countdown timer thing for now, at least, because that's pretty annoying. It's kind of a pain in the butt, too, to try to deal with. So, yeah, Sunday morning. How is everybody today? We got Dumpster Fire in here, Crypto Bedell, good to see you. Gaming Smoky Dan, Golden Wolf, Rude Puts, Dakota Miner, Crypto Hunter, Automatic Beats, and Kyle Rosa. What up, what up, what up? Thank you for joining me. So, let's dive right into it today. Let's take a look at, whoops, not that. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. What are we looking at on the crypto prices today? So, Bitcoin's at 29,312, which is pretty good. We've been in this like 28 to 30,000 level for what, like 2 weeks now. We've got to be breaking out here soon, you'd think. But Bollinger Bands still are really wide, so I don't know. It doesn't look like it's gonna do a pump in one direction or the other, like a big breakout kind of thing. I don't know. Let's see. Ethereum, we're at 19,000 today. Litecoin's at $90. USDC is holding strong. Oh wow, took a couple of little dips down here. Huh. Wonder what that was about. Cardano's at 40 cents. Ooh, and we've got a, what did we call it? A blood diamond? Yeah, so we'll see where that's going to go. Dogecoin's at 8 cents. What else are we looking at? Oh, Lithium is at 26 cents. And they got a blood diamond on here too. Probably a lot of trading volume in there. Miners getting out and taking profits. UK Miners Club, hey, good morning, welcome. I didn't forget about you. I didn't see you there. You weren't even there when I did the roll call. You got to be on time. You got to be in your seat on time when roll call is here in order to get announced. Jeez. Or you make a big deal out of it, and then I say your name anyway. So guys, we're gonna add. Let's add 3 more coins today to our trading view. So be thinking about which coins, and we'll come back to this a little bit later and add some. So start thinking about that. You know what? How do I do that? Oh, that okay. Look at that. Look, I'm learning stuff. I can start a poll. So I want to look at Flux. I think we want. Let's see. What coins do we add to the trading view chart this week? Wait, I can't do that because it's like what, 4 options? All right, you know what? We'll do that anyway. All right, so do Flux for 1 because I want to see that. Okay. What's another good one here? What's another good coin to add? Retro Mike, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. Ironfish. I don't think Ironfish isn't going to be on TradingView just yet. Right? Maybe? Let's see. That's not Ironfish. That's something else. Yeah, I wouldn't think it's on. I think it's too new to show. It'll show up on CoinMarketCap, but not on TradingView. So, anyway, we'll do that poll later because now I know how to do that. Kaboom! What else do we got? So let's take a look at my 30 coins in 30 days portfolio. We're down a little bit in the last 24 hours for sure. We're down to a value of $250, but think about it, at the end of December when I was done with this 30 coins dealy doodle, it was only worth like $88 at that time. So, man, it was a pretty decent little, little pump. Now, keep in mind with this, I probably spent $350-ish because a fully saturated 30 amp circuit on my power rate is $350-ish, like $342 or something. So I'm still under what I paid that month for power, if we want to look at it that way. But Nexa is still our big holder here, and I've showed this in the past, but that one day mining Nexa in December, I earned 5 million Nexa. Nowadays, if you go to the GPU calculator, I'm earning under 1 million with the same, in fact, with more GPUs. I've got some A2000s out there now that I didn't have at the time. So let's see, 4 months ish. That's a quite a decrease in the yield and an increase in the network difficulty. That's pretty wild. Conflux. See, that's interesting. So we're at 32 cents and it's down 3.5%. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Caspa's still a big old bag there, but we're down 10% for the day. Radiant and Lithium. So I'm wondering. Yeah, Lithium's a good one. I like Lithium. Let's add that one. Oh, we've already got that one on the list. What am I thinking? All right. What am I here to talk about today? So I've been on YouTube for 8 years. Can you believe that? Oh, interesting. Retro Mike said there is a way to ask your audience a question and the answer only goes to you. Don't ask me how, but other streamers do it. Red Fox did it on his last stream. Oh, interesting. I don't know. I just literally, I was today years old when I figured out how to make a poll on YouTube. So I'll look into that too. That's weird. Floki Inu, Automatic Beats, you trolling bastard. No, we don't care what Floki does. Anyway, yeah, so I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and some of you know I started off as Unboxing Project, and I just unboxed things and talked about them on camera for quite a long time. And probably end of 21, probably like into quarter 4 of 22. I changed my channel over to Geek of All Trades, and it's been great. It's been fun. So I'll see you guys later. No, really. I've really enjoyed it, and my channel's starting to take off pretty well. A lot. I feel like I'm getting a lot more momentum in a shorter amount of time than I did as Unboxing Project. Probably because I'm talking about more valuable stuff that people, like to learn about and to hear about. I'm less of a like talking head video like this and more of a, I don't want to say how-to video, but just, I guess maybe it is somewhat of a how-to video. Great seeing you on Saturday. Oh, Sox fan. Great seeing you on Saturday night. Yeah, so I've been on a couple of SNLs now. It's a lot of fun. I couldn't ask to be part of a cooler group of guys. And yeah, smash that like, people. We've got, what do we got in here? 18 people watching and 14 likes. Hey, that's a pretty good ratio. But so I'm trying to get 10,000 subscribers by end of year. Not for like a monetary thing. It's just a goal I set that I really want to try to achieve. So anyway, there's that. I got my ASIC fixed. Yeah, that piece of crap, that Rig List, whoever they are, sent me. There's a repair shop here in North Georgia that I went and dropped it off a couple of weeks ago and met with the owner and got a tour around the building. And I got them in touch with Rig List and said, y'all work it out. I don't want to touch anything. You guys, whatever the cost is to repair, and Rig List paid it. So that's awesome. It's bad that it had to come to that, you know what I mean? But hey, it works now, and I'm gonna be putting a video out. God, I gotta edit that video today, but I'm gonna be putting it out sometime this week, it's definitely for the better. Let's just say that, the T17 Plus, I think, yeah, T17 Plus said it was like 58 terahash. Let's just say it's quite a bit more now. Quite a bit more. Well, I mean, of course it's more because it wasn't working when I got it. But yes, the Tetris ASIC has been fixed. And I've got it hashing right now, actually. I've got it on, for the moment, I've got it on nice hash just to kind of burn it in for the first 24 hours. Retro Mike, the ASIC place is about an hour south of Chattanooga. It's in Dalton, Georgia. So it's Dalton ASIC Repair. And super nice and very smart group of people. I did a little interview. Unfortunately, the owner wasn't there that day when earlier this week when I went out there and picked up the ASIC and kind of walked around and did some B-roll and filming and stuff. But I did get to interview their lead technician on the ASIC repair side. Super smart woman that it just clicks with her. It's really freaking cool. I'm really excited to get the video out. I'm not excited to edit the video because I've got what? Let's see, I pulled the last of it off last night. I've got 21 gigs of footage. Yeah, 21 gigs of footage for this video. I enjoy this. I have to keep telling myself that. I enjoy this. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat. Gaming with Smoky Dan. Nice. I bet the people posting comments also helped. Yes. But I'm sure that company done now, unless also rebrand. Glad you got it working. So I think the company's still out there. I'm definitely not a big enough like influencer or whatever to make something like that. And I don't want that. I don't want somebody to go out of business or like suffer or something like that. You can't treat people like that. You just can't. That's not a good way to do business. You're going to fuck over a whole bunch of people and it's going to hurt you in the long run. I mean, do unto others, right? But, c'est la vie. Let's see. Metro Mike. Should make a trip there. You totally could, yeah. I can, yeah, and I mean, if you need ASICs fixed, and I'll leave all this in the video. I don't want to get too deep into it and spoil it or whatever, but I'll leave their information in the video if you need ASIC repair. They specialize in Bitcoin, but they can do just about any kind of ASIC repair, Litecoin and Kadata or whatever. They just have to order parts. I mean, they've got lots of parts for Bitcoin-specific ASICs, like Antminers and Avalon. I guess they're really big and really good with Avalon. The What's miners, things like that. Let's see. ASIC snow globe. Yes. It was raining heat sinks. It was bad. They told me it was beyond repair. Let's just put it that way. The heat sinks that came off, the shiny part on the ASIC chip where the heatsink was is the inside of the ASIC chip. So all of those ASIC chips were still attached to the heatsink. So it wasn't like just the heatsink fell off. The chips broke. They just completely broke. And replacing chips on a T17 is just not worth doing. I mean, half the time it's not worth doing on an S19. But either way. Earnings on Nice Hack. I'll tell you in the video. I don't want to give it all away. Just give it away. Just give it away. Can they make my Katie boxes mine more Kadena? Oh my god. No. No one can. I don't want to. That's a mess. I really hope Caspa doesn't go that way too. I have a feeling it's going to. What else did I want to talk about? Hive Mapper. Hive Mapper. Oh my god. I haven't even... You guys need to tell me when I'm on that wrong screen. I are smart. God damn. So, my little Hive Mapper thing... so I 3D printed that chassis, that cage for my Hive Mapper camera to put on my bike, and was entered into a competition with a couple other people that were doing the same thing, right? And I won second place. Can you believe it? And what did I win? I won another Hive Map camera, another dash cam. Let's see. So this was the live stream that they did announcing the people and the winners and stuff, and this was my bike, and that's the camera that I've got on there, and you can kind of see the power source over here. I've got one of those little like cigarette lighter plugs that I wired into the ignition, and the camera itself here. where they liked it. They said, kudo style points for adding the hex in there, so that's kind of cool. But so I got second place on that, and Mining Chamber was on the panel. So thanks to him, that was great. Yes, Max, first loser. Thanks for showing up to just first comment that you put out there after you show up is calling me the first loser. You son of a. But this is the guy that won, and this thing is freaking cool. Like, this guy had to be an engineer of some type. So you see this like black piece that goes around here? That's 3D printed. The camera like slides in there, and then there's a insert like a knob that screws into the top and puts it all into place. And these little round things here are like dampeners for vibrations. And then it's all mounted to this pole that he's got mounted onto the handlebars. That was freaking cool. I really like that design. If I do redesign mine though, I think I don't have it here. I don't know where it's at. Anyway, I would put like a GoPro mount on the bottom. That's like the two prongs, because it gives you a much wider range of accessories and stuff that you can use, or like mounting options and things like that. So I think that's going to be the way to go, instead of just a 1/4 inch on the bottom. I'm going to just slide it in there and screw it on and call it a day, and then something else. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so I won second place. And then the Jason, this was kind of cool. This was his design. He took a bearing from a Lazy Susan, one of those like turntables, and he double-sided taped, but it was, I guess, ever since then he's got it updated now, but directly to one side of the bearing and the other side of the bearing to the mount, with an impact socket on the bottom of it to give it weight. So as the bike went side to, as he's leaning, I mean, he's obviously got a sportier bike than me, so I'm sure he gets, scraping knees. The camera stays still. It's like a makeshift gimbal. That's pretty funny. But I liked the ingenuity there that he did. And there was one other thing I wanted to talk about with Hive Mapper. So I talked about it a little bit last night on SNL. So Dashcam OS 2.0 software upgrade coming next month. Well, this month. Tomorrow's May. And phone-free mapping for 8 to 10 hours. That's going to be game-changing. That's going to be freaking huge. And here's why. Because people like my wife don't want to fiddle with their phone to try to get this thing going and then leave it on the app and all that, all the way to work, and then get to work and have to undo it and No, just plug it in and it works. And that's fantastic if that's how it's going to come out to be. Improved GPS fix time, that's a pretty big one too. I've noticed, at least in my area, and maybe it's because of the tree coverage out here and stuff, but GPS is iffy. Positional accuracy, image quality enhancements based on lighting, and faster to start mapping. So yeah, if you can just dumb it down and make it plug and play, it's just going to take off and be a lot easier, lower barrier of entry and stuff. So I think that second dash cam that I won from the competition, I'm gonna slap in her truck and just plug it in, and that way when she gets in the car and drives, or gets in the truck and drives to work, it's just on. And when she gets home, I can go out there and turn it on and upload the data, call it a day. But I mean, 8 to 10 hours of driving, that's, let's see, an hour there, an hour back. So that's 4 to 5 days. So maybe once a week I could go out there and upload the imagery, not have to do it every day. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I can't wait for that to happen. What else did I want to talk about? So we briefly talked about the, well, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat first. Let me get off of that. See what you guys are saying in the chat. Mining Chamber was on the panel. Rigged. Oval Board Tech. Yes. Uh, gaming smoky damage. A gyro type housing to mount to the bike would be good, as should keep it stable for decent photos. Yeah, that was the idea, and I think that was actually one of the stipulations in the contest, but there was only one guy that did it, and I think that's part of why he was in the top 3 at least. But you know what? And maybe it's just my bike and the way that I ride. Like, you get the preview on your phone. I'm not. I mean, even when I'm leaning and I'm getting on it, it's. I mean, the image is fine. It's got a little bit of like to it, but it's not completely sideways. I don't know. Retro Mic Tech. It's got to be better than my crank earnings. God. You know, like I said on SNL last night, I earned like 346 honey tokens, and that's 346 more tokens than I earned from helium ever, from my helium hotspot. But that's also because there's no witnesses around me. I'm in the freaking woods, so. Overboard Tech. Yeah, how am I going to text and drive if I need to leave the app open, right? It sucks down the battery, though. Even in the battery saver mode or whatever. I don't know. Sox fan. Found a 4070 Founders at Best Buy last night. Going to pick it up today. Nice. How much was that? I mean, obviously Best Buy is going to sell it at MSRP or close to it. So what are they, like $7.99 for a plain old 4070, not the Ti? You know, that was one more thing I wanted to talk about is the 40 series. So I've got a bunch of 30 series, not a bunch, but a handful of 30 series. I got like 3 3080s and a 3070 Ti, a couple 3060 Ti's. And I'm probably going to get rid of a couple of those box miners. They're just not worth it for me, I guess. And put that money towards some new GPUs, some additional GPUs. I'm wondering if I should go ahead and just get 30 series, or if I should bite the bullet and start getting the 40 series. What do you guys think about that? Is it $599 for 4070 non-Ti? That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Overboard Tech says don't buy a 4070 until they're $399 or less. Oh man, that's going to be like a year away though. Let's see. Overboard Tech, not everyone can own a Tesla. Oh. Most shouldn't. Bad company. Why is Tesla a bad company? Last night I learned only Kyle and Patrick watch my videos. I watch your videos, Retro Mike. I've seen them. Let's see. So Overboard Tech says junk, memory bus, and same efficiency as the 3070 on almost everything. Okay. Wait for the 7800 XT to drop next month, says Retro Mike. But Max says 40 series are more efficient. So how much more efficient? I guess I should look into that, huh? Well, so we talked about this a little bit on SNL last night, talking about, well, Hawk brought it up, talking about hashrate.no versus what to mine, and does anybody even use what to mine anymore, stuff like that. And I kind of do. I use both, really. I don't feel like what to mine is as updated and current as hashrate.no, but I like to be able to just jump in and see, okay, I've got my farm saved, like on what to mine. I've got all my cards in here, you know, everything that I've got all along here, and it just keeps it cached in the browser, and I hit calculate, and I can see what the most current revenue, because that's what I'm shooting for, is highest yield per coin. But just like we're looking at here now, there's a lot of bugs in what to mine, because I don't feel like, oh, I've got to set the current values, average last 24 hours. Yeah, so that's a little bit more like it. I mean, did you see that? So if we're looking at current value for all the cards I have, it says ETC hash will earn you $42 a day. So 144,000 Satoshis a day. That's bullshit. On nice hash. So it may be that right now they're having a pump on ETC. Somebody's buying a bunch of ETH Classic hash rate, but average last 24 hours. So if I can look at, yeah, see, that's a little more like it. It's $7. But Meowcoin and Nexa and Yaxa, Conflux, Ironfish. What's mine has Ironfish now? No shit. Okay, that's interesting. But and it shows after power, right? It shows your profit or your value, and then it shows after power. You know, Ironfish, for example, you're making $264 a day. What I like about hashrate.no is it shows you your power consumption right here, and it gives you your power ratio, along with the hash rates and all that. You sign into your account and same kind of thing. So I've got all my cards saved up here, and I can just go down and see what today is going to give me the most revenue or the most yield as far as value. Now, this comes in handy if I either want a coin or if I want to get do the general voltage strategy and mine what's profitable and trade it for what you want. Now, looking here, this is something that interested me. So all these are like the top yield coins, right? But they're all at like 4,500 watts because they're all a POW variation. Kapow, ProgPow, what's that? NextPow, yeah. But Radiant and Alephium are down here at half of the power consumption, but almost the same amount of revenue. And that's why they have a higher profit yield, right? So if I mine something like Ironfish, Alephium, Radiant, and do the max voltage strategy, I can have more cards on the same circuit. Or in my case, I have all my GPUs on Radiant, for example, and then have an ASIC or two running at the same time and fully saturate that 6,000 watts. Retro Mike says, I mine directly to Trade Ogre. I think that's a bad idea, right? You shouldn't do that. I think Max dealt with that before, and they don't want you to do that. Intel neuromorphic is greater than NVIDIA neuromorphic. You're a neuromorphite, Retro Mike. And yes, that was derogatory, you bastard. What else are you guys saying over here? So what do you think about that? Because this is that's pretty much all in, with all my cards at, 4,500 watts. I'm not able to run another ASIC at that time, if that makes sense. Like the big boy ASIC, I mean. Because that uses almost 3,000 watts. That's going to put me way over the 80%. In fact, that's going to put me at like 102%. Not to mention all the little ASICs that I have. Retro Mike, you bought another E300 yesterday. So how many do you have now, Retro Mike? Is that your second one? Integra Guy says, triple mining Ergo, Radiant, and Zill, and it's pretty good on Gminer. Yeah, I don't know about that double and triple mining like with Zill, because it only mines like a minute every hour. And, okay, fine. I don't know. I feel like you lose something there. Because it's got to ramp up and start mining for 60 seconds. And then it jumps back to, your primary coins, and it's got to ramp up again. So it's like you're really losing more than a minute. I don't know. I've never really got into the double mining thing or the triple mining thing. Merge mining, that's different, but I've never really gotten into it. So Max says only Dynex. You can't mine Dynex to Trade Ogre. So like Alephium, you could mine directly to Trade Ogre then. right? Has anybody done that? Where that's your Alephium wallet is at Trade Ogre? Because they've got a, let me see. So, yeah, they've got a direct Alephium to Bitcoin listing here. So I could just flip it over there to Bitcoin and then pull it back out. You know, pretty much every couple of days, I guess, when I get wallet payouts. I don't know. Has anybody done that? Is that okay to do? Or am I going to run into some crazy issues there too? It's mostly about small amounts to exchange, set payouts to one time a week. It's normally fine. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, the chat's going wild. We got, what do we got here? We got 29 viewers in here. And 22 likes. That's a pretty good ratio too. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Oh, 30 viewers. Hello. Hi. What else have we got? What do we got here? Oh, the shed update. So I've done a couple of shorts talking about, because I pulled all my GPUs out of the BitCave and cleaned them all off because they were full of pollen. Cleaned out the BitCave, moved all my batteries, my solar batteries, over to one side, so I've got a wall of batteries, literally a wall of batteries. And I've got to get that hook back up. I think I'll get out there and do that today if I've got enough 4-gauge wire. So I put the rack back in there, and I situated and sorted my cards on the rigs and put them back in there. I've got the ASICs and everything back in there, and I'm starting to do some cable management, 3D printing some good Cat5 cable sorters, so they, you know, I put them on the wall and plug it all in and make it pretty and organized and stuff. The airflow in that place is crap. So here's what I've noticed. I've got a window on one wall, and then a window on the, not the opposing wall, but on the wall next to it. So like the 90-degree angle, right? I've got air coming in and air going out the same way. And I've got two 12-card rigs that are like under where that airflow is going. So I feel like once I fire those up, that's where a lot of that air and that heat is going to come from. Because the two rigs that are immediately in front of the window just get their air sucked right out. And that's great. That's the idea. But I've only got airflow coming in almost like on the same plane, on the same level as where it's going out. So any air that's underneath, the heat's going to be created, and it's not going to really filter out the way that I'm thinking. I'm firing them up today. I've got one that fired up yesterday, my 1660 rig. So I'm wondering if it's going to be worth it. And what do you guys think about this? I've started looking into these on getting some of these on Amazon. Is getting those, just cutting a hole and getting the louver vents, for the outside and put a filter on it. But down underneath, essentially where the batteries were on one side, same side as the incoming air, the window for the incoming air. If I put a couple of holes for vents and stuff for more airflow down below, is that going to create enough air current to push the hot air that's coming from the rigs that are down below? What do you think about that? You know what I'm trying to say here. Words are hard. But is it going to be worth it to cut more holes in the shed to increase, airflow down below to the rigs that are on that same plane, opposed to all the airflow being up here above? I don't know. Or Ted, we need to talk about the airflow. I used to have to move and change airflow when I worked in the coal mines. Holy shit. Okay, so yeah, you know a lot about moving air around. So what do you think, Ted? What's your recommendation there? How do I get that airflow? How do I get air moving over those two rigs? Because there's 24 GPUs down there, and one of them's all AMDs. That's gonna be a spicy meatball. Um, how do I get those cooled off? Because the box fans aren't doing shit. I mean, I pulled all those out of there. They weren't moving anything, any kind of air. I've got that one metal fan it pushes enough CFM for all three of those little white box fans that I had in there, all into one fan, and it has less amperage pull, so that helped my overall power consumption there. Endless mining, welcome, thank you. I don't know. Have you been in my live streams before? I don't know. Well, either way, thank you very much for stopping by. That's awesome. Golden Wolf, I've done it before. Just make sure to double check payout address. Always. Some exchanges change address transactions. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, like, randomly the wallet address changes mining directly to an exchange. Wasn't Alephium added to KuCoin recently too? I've had success mining to KuCoin in the past, like these days, mining directly to KuCoin. Let's see, no, just trigger. Excuse me. I thought it was Ironfish was added on KuCoin. That's right. Okay, I got that mixed up. Let's see. Crypto Craig says you need just enough suction to suck a golf ball through a water hose. Yeah, that reminds me of this one woman. Anyway, then you're good. So I have my ASICs eat the GPU heat, then kick it out. What do you mean? Gaming smoking down. I had a girlfriend like that. Oh, let's see. Put an angled board or wall to direct airflow. Okay. Or to block as much air in the upper area and have the lower more open so it equals out the air movement. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is like I can cut the vent holes and put the filters jeez over those holes down below so that it again just creates more airflow, and then I can use the window, open and close the window to help regulate how much airflow I want coming in. So if I want all the air coming in, as much as it'll draw, at least I can open the window all the way, or I can close it like halfway and push more air, force more air to come in through those ducts in the bottom until I have it, just right and stuff. I don't know. Let's see, Crypto Craig, I would put a high-speed floor fan and angle it up so it pushes hot air up to your exhaust. I've seen people put box fans on top of the rigs laying flat to push air up, then exhaust it out. Yeah. Submerge the shed in a swimming pool. That's an option too. Yeah. Fill a swimming pool full of mineral oil. Yes, we could do that. Remember, air is a fluid. Same volume in, same out of sealed spaces. So if you choke output, then you load the fans. I think I understand what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm just going to start cutting holes. Fucking eat that shit. See. Seeing 3/4 inch plywood on hinges and cable above intake to direct airflow down. Board is at a 45-degree angle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to get the Sawzall out today. Just cut some shit. What else did we want to talk about? Oh, I have this open. Let me open it. What else is here? This. update your Flux nodes. So FluxOS 3.39.1 will be enforced on May 7th. Make sure you have your Flux node updated. So if you're anything like me, I've got it set up to auto update my Flux node, so I don't really have to worry about it. But and I can't show you because it'll dox my public IP. But if you bring up the FluxOS dashboard and then scroll all the way down to the bottom right corner, it will tell you the version of FluxOS that's running on your Flux node, which mine's 3.39.1. So I've got the current one. But just a heads up, if you don't have it set up that way for one reason or another, make sure that you update it, because it's going to be enforced and the old versions aren't going to work anymore. So just a heads up there, kind of a PSA. Oh, where's that other article I wanted to talk about? So Intel discontinued their mining their mining chips, or their miner division or whatever. Let's see, where did that go? Yeah, here we go. Oh, come on. Article not loading? Really? There we go. Let's bring that up. So, U.S. tech giant Intel discontinues crypto mining chip project in favor of IDM 2.0. What the hell is IDM 2.0? TLDR breakdown. U.S. tech giant Intel has decided to discontinue its block scale 1000 chip series. Crypto winter and shifting company priorities impacted Intel's involvement in the Bitcoin, oh my god, fuck you, market. U.S. tech giant decided to discontinue its block scale 1000 series chips, a relatively new product line designed for Bitcoin mining. This comes approximately 1 year after the company unveiled its standalone crypto mining chip, which was expected to outperform leading ASICs in terms of power and energy efficiency. So I wonder how many were made and where they are now. Anybody have the hookup at executives at Intel? Let's get a couple of those. See what they're doing. However, according to a document on Intel's website, the company now expects to stop accepting orders in 5 months and discontinue chip shipments by April 20 next year. Okay, so they're still taking orders. Initially announced that its ASIC would ship in Q3. Hive blockchain later praised Intel chips for significantly enhancing the efficiency of its ASIC fleet. Huh. February 22, Intel's former... Intel hinted it has not entirely abandoned the Bitcoin market sitting. We continue to monitor market opportunities. Other chip makers such as NVIDIA and AMD have also been affected by the bear market to varying degrees. Their gaming graphics cards were popular among Ethereum miners before the network's transition to proof of stake late last year. What do you guys think about that? Let's get our hands on a couple of those Intel ASICs. Give it, well, probably after the next bull run. So the next bear market, we'll see them. We'll see them on eBay and some of these other resellers and disties. What are you guys saying in the chat? Retro Mike, I'm here to help at Unboxing Project. You bastard. Raise your shed 2 feet, put intake holes on the floor. You know, the shed is on blocks. It's like a pallet, giant 6x6 blocks, or wood planks that go the full length of the shed. I definitely could actually do that. I hadn't thought about that. And it's really cold under there because it's all, under the shed. Let's see. Golden Wolf, I love my Metal Plus anti-static filters. Pulled them out this weekend, hosed them off outside, and blew them down with a good GPU duster. Okay. Mike, you're off all week. If you want me to head over and work on it one evening, let me know. Cool. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Golden Wolf, yeah. Someone bought Intel's chips. You mean like a company bought the design kind of thing? Hmm. 2860. See, if you come up to my place, you would feel off grid for sure. Crypto Craig, out in the sticks. Yeah, yeah, me too. I'm at the end of a dead end road in the woods in North Georgia, and yeah, well, I've got one neighbor. I was gonna say I don't have any neighbors, but I've got one guy that's over here, but they keep to themselves. House on this side, some college kids bought and then graduated college, and now the place sits empty. It's like a hoarder's nest in there. They just come by and put things in there and take other things away, and then I don't see them for 3 months. And the guy across the street has basically a junkyard, but it's a workshop. Any tool I could ever need, I just hit him up. Let's see. Cutting the floor before too. Yeah. Let's see. Update the Flux nodes, Hive Mapper update, ASIC repair, Shed update. Been on YouTube 8 years. I think that's about all that I wanted specifically to talk about today. Is there? Oh, let's go back to Trading View. Now I can do the poll. All right, let's do the poll thing. Start a poll. So I can only do 4, so we do Flux. We've already got a Lithium, ETH Classic, Cadena, BSV, Bitcoin. Why do we have that on there? Caspa, we've got that on there. AVAX, XRP, Presearch, Siacoin, and Feathercoin for some reason. Probably from Retro Mike. Thanks, buddy. Let's see. What else do we want to add on here? So I'm definitely going to add Flux. Let's see. What else am I mining? Or was I mining? Let's see. So Ironfish isn't going to be on there. That's weird. Okay. There we go. Chia. Steven Cesaro says Chia, so XCH. Let's see. Nexa. Is Nexa on? It is on there. Okay, yeah, from MEXC. Nexa coin to wrap BNB. What the fuck? Radiant. So we can assess FPG impact in a couple of weeks. Oh, that's a good idea. Is Radiant on Trading View? It is. To tether, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. So we're going to add 3, and we've got 4 options. Let's see. Did this go through? It did go through. Cool. So Flux, Chia, Nexa, Radiant. We'll pick the top 3 that are voted on, and we will add them to our chart here. So Feathercoin has taken a dumpy dump. That's interesting to see. All the way from 0.6 of a cent down to 0.2 of a cent. Does anybody have Feathercoin? What does Feathercoin do? I've seen it before. You know, I've seen. Man, I must be coming down with something. Can you get PandaPox over Discord? Varus's life. Oh my gosh, Bitcoin Gold. Not my FTC. Research seems to be staying pretty darn steady. Come on now. Oh, I can't wait for my new mouse and keyboard to show up. This freaking mouse. All right, here's another quick question. So when I get I ordered a new keyboard and mouse because this thing is like my click wheel. I go to zoom in, you can see I'm zooming in, and it's not doing anything. It's a pain in the ass. So I'm just gonna trash it because I ordered a new one. But what do you think? Should I take it out back and shoot it? And keyboard's still fine, but yeah, it's also dirty as hell. And if I'm getting a new one, what do you think? 6.5 Creedmoor or 762 by 39? What do you think? Retro Mike says, Varus fangirl. So you're all about some Varus coin, aren't you? Let's see. So it's at 72 cents. What does Varus coin do? It's been out for a while, hadn't it? Yeah, it's on, well, it's on a handful of markets. Let's see. All-time high is 342. All-time low is 4 cents. Varus coin. So Varus been climbing since talk about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Hey, way too fast for you. Good morning. Thanks for joining. You definitely should pew it. Yes. Ah, no. So, Steven Cicero, I'm in the woods. Tannerite lights fires. I don't want to be doing that. If I had an open field, it'd be a different story. Did you guys ever see that video of the guy that loaded a fridge with tannerite and shot it and was almost destroyed by the freaking door? Hold on. Let me find this thing. This is hilarious. Alright, watch this. So here's the fridge, and here's a guy that's going to shoot this fridge with tannerite. Come on.
Holy shit!
I don't want to do that. Not in my backyard. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Retro Mike says, public blockchain as a service, only project, what? Only project to actually complete their original roadmap. Oh, I'm sure there's others, but yeah. Huh. I'll have to look into that one. I think I mined Varus on my 30 coins thing. I think I did that for a day. Let's see. I have a Black Tavern X95. Yes. Nice. Shrapnel is a thing. That's right. I'm in New Jersey. We're lucky we can have pew-pews. Yeah, that's, well, you know. I'm not going to get into that. They can't tell you what you can and can't have. Let me just put it that way. FPS Russia. Yeah, Kyle Rosa. That was like, that would have, I mean, imagine that hitting you. That would have taken you out. I mean, you'd have been blown out of your shoes. Also, what not to do. Yes, Crypto Patel. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to end this poll. What were our results? So, 47% said Radiant, 30% Flux, 13% Chia, and 8% Nexa out of 23 votes. So, let's go back. Oh, maybe I can share. There we go. Alright, so, we're going to add RXD, so we'll add Radiant. We're going to add Flux to US dollar, Binance, and Chia XCH to, that's to perpetuals. CoinX, which one? USDT on MEXC. We'll just do this to USDC on OKX. Alright. What? Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, come What is happening? Oh, it must have just been added. Like the last couple of days, it is just Radiant has just been added to. Huh. Okay. No, that's interesting to see. 5/10 of a cent. Flux, we're at 61 cents. That sounds about right. I've got my other main chart up here. Yeah, 61. Oh, come on. There we go. What are your guys' thoughts on Flux? I'm getting back into it for sure. I'm gonna try to get enough Flux that I can set up another node. Maybe I'll upgrade my little second desktop over here. Again, I should have just put an i7 in it from the start, but max voltage, new definition of not in my backyard. Yes, exactly. Chia at $41. Let me see if my thing will work here. Where were we? Oh my gosh, it only goes back to June of 2022. That ain't gonna fly. Oh well. So we'll look at it today. I was gonna go back and show how high it started. I mean, it's funny because Ironfish we saw started at like $100. Chia started at like $1,500. And when you hit a block on Chia, it was a 1.75 payout as a block reward. And I remember mining Chia because it started out solo mining. They didn't have pools. Then this pool in China had this like off way of doing pool mining that wasn't like supported by the devs, by the Chia network. And anyway, yeah, it opened at like 1,500 and I hit a block. I hit a block Mother's Day 2021 actually. We came back from the Renaissance Fair to find that I hit 1.75 Chia, and it was like it was almost $3,000 to pay out. It was like $2,800 all in. So that paid for all my hard drives, most of my GPUs at that time. And yeah, so we added Chia, we added Flux, and we added whatever the fuck this is. Hold on, let me see if there's a different. Nope, that's it. CoinX, the end. Alright, well, guess we'll watch whatever the fuck this is doing. I got that on the day, right? Yeah. Yeah, it must have literally just got added to TradingView like 3 days ago. That's wild. I've never seen that before. And of course, I can't fucking zoom in. Stupid mouse. Alright. I think I'm rambling, guys. It's been almost an hour. It's not bad. Alltrack, gotta go later, guys. Hey, thank you for stopping by. All of you, thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for coming to the live stream. It makes me want to keep doing this every week. I know I kind of ramble sometimes, but you know what? I think we all do, and we're all in the same boat here. Yeah. Any last questions, comments, concerns, anything? Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Sold. All right. Yeah, so again, hit that like on the way out if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. Help me get to that 10,000 sub mark by the end of the year. I'm at like 6,600 or something right now. 6630 something? I don't know. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys have a great Sunday, and thanks for watching.